some people are afraid of sort of these futuristic ideas, but if you harness them and you have a great team that can execute, you can get the benefits and maximize the potential.
Let me tell you, buddy. Let me tell you. I
Yeah.
know what you're saying, and you're being
Yeah.
very careful with how you say it. I'm going to
Yep.
say it.
Thank you.
All right. So I'll give you an example. No, I love it. I love it. I'm glad that you brought this up. This is a very
Yeah.
important. This is a very important point. And if anything that's taken from this conversation, I think hopefully this will resonate the most. The number one thing I get is the robots are going to take jobs, and I'm like, okay, so we're just going to think in this paradigm only, right? So the robots are coming, they're going to just take all the jobs. That's all we think about. We don't think in the macro. We're just going to stay in the micro. And that's what I want to challenge everyone to think about. Like, look through history, right? So there was once a horse and a carriage, and there was an entire supporting, industry around horses and carriages. Then all of a sudden, this thing called an automobile came, and it was taking all these jobs. But then all of a sudden, it created all these new jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, you have your mechanics, you have assembly line workers, then you got car enthusiasts that are now going out to buy products, and now you have companies that are created to create new mufflers, new rims, new tires. All these industries were spawned from new technology. And cars are a version of automation, right? And we can't just look at the robots as they're going to come and take jobs. No, they're going to create a whole slew of new jobs, right? And also free up the team members that were doing these monotonous tasks like I used to do as a bellman. I mean, I was not excited to deliver a toothbrush to you, man, right? At 7 a.m. in the morning. First of all, you don't want to see anyone. It's too early. You didn't have your coffee and you don't have your makeup on, and you're like, oh my gosh, I got to see that bellman. Oh, just give me the thing. And you stick your hand out the door, take your toothbrush, you don't even say good morning, and you close the door. You're gone, right? So the robot can do that task. But I did look forward to delivering your luggage to your room and giving you a room orientation, or bringing your bottle of champagne up, or whatever it is that you wanted to be delivered to your room that wasn't something that was, inconsequential, something that you didn't really care for, like a washcloth. Like, you don't need someone to deliver a washcloth to your room. You want your washcloth and you want to go wipe the makeup off your face or whatever it is you want to do with it. You want to go about your day. So I think the important thing for everyone as they have these concerns about innovating is understanding that we as human beings will never be stagnant. We will never sit in a corner and not create, because that's what we were built to do. We were created to create.
When you go into a day at work, what do you enjoy doing? The repetitive things like bringing a toothbrush up to a room, or would you rather get creative, like you said, think about how can we make this guest experience better and use that resource and that bandwidth to think about leveling up the experience for these guests? Look, if we don't have to do the mundane, repetitive things, what else can we do to step up and get ahead of the competition? And that's what I'm seeing you do. And I think once people can click on that, right, and realize that, they stop living in the past. They're living in the present, thinking about the future and enjoying their day. That's a more fun place to live.